Why is Amazon buying a nuclear power plant? Well, some interesting stuff happening in the world of e commerce and nuclear power. So, one of the stated reasons that Amazon, along with some of the larger companies like Microsoft and Google, are apparently focusing towards is to achieve sustainable power. And you would realize that companies like Amazon, with their massive AWS servers, sucking in so much energy to keep up with the amount of data processing that they're doing, I'm not surprised that they would want to reduce that variable cost in the form of energy consumption. And so investing into nuclear power kind of makes sense, but $500 million, that is not a small amount even for them. And so they are setting up nuclear power projects in Washington, Pennsylvania, and Virginia because of the rising power needs. And of course, if we know one thing about Amazon, it's that they love cutting down costs to the bone. And so it's one of their stated claims of achieving 100% renewable energy by 2030 and a net zero carbon footprint by 2040, which is interesting. The CEO of AWS, Matt Garman, has also said that this is one of their priorities, a climate pledge commitment, of course. But I really think that rather than more than the sustainability aspect of it, they are really looking forward to the cost benefits or cost saving benefits that would undoubtedly come through this. They are investing in something called small modular reactors, which is a medium sized reactor when it comes to it, in different states. And so they're expected to generate enough power of roughly 770,000 homes with a much lower carbon footprint. And so are other companies, like I mentioned earlier, Microsoft, Google. These companies are massive data centers across the country, across the world, and they're also in negotiations with other power companies, either to acquire them or to partner with them as well. And so this does seem, at least on the outset, a really good way to achieve that net zero carbon emission goal that they have in place, given the fact that Amazon has a massive footprint. They need to, in order to continue being a monopoly in the e-commerce space. And so, yeah, just a little tidbit on what's happening in the world of e-commerce. One wouldn't expect nuclear power investment would be one piece of it, but now it all starting to make sense.